Welcome back. You're watching KTN Business Today with me, Abi Agina. And this is the second part of the show. We were discussing matters to do with energy, and we'll be taking a small breather to transition to Kenyatta County, where we have our reporter, Julia Wino. Remember, our Twitter poll question today is, how will increasing access to energy improve economic performance for Kenya? You can continue engaging with us on our social media handles at KT News, or you can reach me at Agina Abi. And right now, let's take in Julie. Very interesting update on the poultry sector, Julie. Just looking at this kind of establishment where we are seeing a lot of people coming into the middle class, and there's a lot of spending. How is Kenchik preparing itself to deal with demand in the market?
Okay, as far as you know, thank you so much, Abi, first of all. And Kenchik Farm is planning to actually get into the market by their new innovation, which is Kenbro chicken. And they also have the naked chicken. And this is something that is, okay, it's already in the market, but they have a new innovation, which at this particular time, we have a farmer who can give us much details about the Kenbro chicken and also the naked chicken, if we can cross over to him and get more details about this chicken. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Do you mind introducing yourself?
My name is Moik Mbogo. I'm a Kenchik farmer. I've been doing poultry with Kenchik for quite a while now. I have my 9-10 years now. Yeah, doing poultry, in this case, Kenbro, which has been the breed of choice. We also have the naked neck, and we also have Saso, which we are actually getting from Kenchik as a good alternative for the free-range kienyeji chicken.
Okay. Do you mind explaining to us why Kenchik decided to change the direction? Change the shift to Kenbro chicken and also the naked neck chicken.
Well, looking at the dynamics in the market, apart from the broilers that people have been, eating, there is also this preference that people talk about kienyeji every time. But there are also challenges with the kienyeji because you really don't get a very good growth rate out of it. So Kenchik thought now there's an opportunity to, get to fill the gap for the customer. And that's how they developed the Kenbro chicken. And it's actually a better growing bird, better performer in terms of growth rate. And when you compare the kienyeji eggs that people eat, obviously you'll get more eggs from a Kenbro. Yes.
And also, if you don't mind, please clarify to us, for a farmer who's interested to actually invest in Kenbro chicken and naked neck chicken, what do they need to do? What research do they need to have at hand for them to be successful in this new innovation?
Thank you very much for that question. Now, looking at the requirements as a farmer, you are looking at a bird that you'll be assured of good productivity. And in this case, the reason why one would look at Kenbro, and in the process of starting off, obviously you need to have a good farm and then look for a good source of the chick. Because apart from the farm, you need a good viable chick. And this is assured when you get to Kenchik.
And how are you planning to venture into the market? Because we've had such innovations before. And how are you going to convince your target market this is the best way you should go, this is the best thing that you're supposed to introduce in your families, or this is the best business you're supposed to take? What is the unique thing that is in Kenbro chicken?
Now, Kenbro chicken, as I have mentioned, there are two major facets that we look into the best quality, into quality of Kenbro. One being the growth rate. Obviously, it's a better grower than the kienyeji. And two, it's when you look at egg production. In terms of quality, as long as you get a Kenbro, which is a Kenchik breed, you are also assured of quality of the product. So as a farmer, when I rear Kenbro, I'm also able to trade well in the market because I can confidently go to my customers and tell them this is a product, it's a quality product, and it's well grown. This other advantage where you can grow kitchen as a free range also gives you an advantage because it gives you a good product that is tasty meat, and obviously you will get to the market at a shorter period than if you went to kienyeji. So yes, I would advise a farmer to go to Kenbro or even neck and neck. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. We've heard from one of the farmers themselves. And if we could cruise over to this side to one of the managers of Kenchik in Kenya, he can tell us more what is going on around this area and I mean the poultry business. How is it doing so far in Kenya? Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
What is your name, please?
Dr. Meso. I'm the head of veterinary services at Kenchik.
Dr. Meso, please tell us, how is poultry farming business doing in Kenya so far and even regionally?
There's a lot of interest in poultry farming in this country. We are seeing it in the county government. There's a lot of farmers with interest in keeping broilers, layers, and more so the slow-growing bird, which is now the talk of town, the Kenbro. Yes.
Tell us what goes on around the Kenchik farm. How does this happen? We can see a lot of activities happening around here. We have so many workers, and on this end we also have other activities. Please just tell us how the process goes on.
Yeah, basically this is the Kenchik hatchery. Where we are is the egg receiving room, and we receive about 150,000 eggs per day. So when they come here, we grade them. We look at the ones with cracks, we remove, dirty eggs we remove, so that all that goes into the incubators are good, fertile, clean hatching eggs. So from there, we incubate them in the hatchery, and they stay there for 18 days. So 18 days they stay there, we keep the temperatures right, keep the humidities right, we turn them every 1 hour at 45 degrees, and then on the day 18, we transfer them to the hatchery, to the hatchers, where now they hatch, they get the time to come out of the shell, and that takes about 3 days. On the 21st day, then we transfer them. We transfer them and vaccinate them, and this is very interesting because with the new technology, we are now vaccinating our chicks at the hatchery, so that the farmer then doesn't have to wander and take time vaccinating at the farm. So we find this is very good. It's been accepted in this country, and we are doing almost 100% hatchery vaccination. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. And also, if I may ask you, I mean, this new breeding chicken, is it increasing the chances of farmers getting higher returns, or the returns are equally the same, or it's going to go lower, or what exactly is going to happen?
The Kenbro. The good thing about Kenbro is that this bird has been accepted. It is sells at a premium because it's a slow-growing bird, and Kenyans like kienyeji or indigenous chicken. So we brought this bird to this market because it fetches a good prime price. And the farmers who have been keeping Kenbro, they come back and tell us that they get better margins when they are selling these birds or in the hotels at a premium price. So it's very good, and we're seeing a lot of interest, not only in Nairobi, in Central Province, in Western Province, in Mombasa, and now in Uganda. There's a lot of hype, and everybody's asking for Kenbro. Yes.
All right, and my last question, I'd like to also understand, we have young people out there who want to do business, and I'm so sure, like at this particular point in time, that some of them interested in the poultry business. I mean, what is the best starting point, and at the same time, what should they expect while they're venturing into this business?
The good thing about young people is that they are now aware of the challenges that the generations are facing. Everybody is looking for good quality meat, and you can't look any further from chicken. So there's that interest because they go through the Google, they know what is good, and because it's easy and cheap to start poultry, the young people who are coming from college are able to start a poultry unit with less inputs, especially Kenbro, which requires less input, grows even on chicken waste, you know. So it's versatile, it's easy to start, and the margins are good. So we are seeing a lot of interest with the youth and the women group venturing into this business.
Thank you so much, Sir Abi. As you can see from this particular place, it's pretty much exciting. And the same managers also told the young people it's possible to start this kind of business. It's possible to venture into the poultry business. And as you can also see from our end here, it's pretty exciting what's happening. We have some of the eggs that are numbered, and we were just curious enough to find out what these numbers are. I mean, it's just a checkup that's happening around here, and it's just exciting. Now, to the youth, you are also advised you can actually start this business. Back to you in studio, Abby.
Well, many thanks, Julie, for that update. Quite interesting to see the inside of Kenchik. I think it's the first time we've actually taken our viewers down there in a look at what really happens behind the scenes. And I'm sure you'll be able to get some crates of eggs, and I'll be meeting the bill. And of course, Fernandez, unlike me, I know you are a big enthusiast when it comes to SMEs growth, and of course all this is tied to having a sustainable manufacturing sector. And what would be your input really as KETRACO when it comes to the Big Four agenda?
Thank you very much. I just want to highlight the fact that energy is a very key enabler to the Big Four agenda. I know the president pronounced himself on the fact that he wants to emphasize on manufacturing, issues around affordable housing, affordable healthcare, and food security. Just to break it down, when you look at manufacturing sector, accounting for around 10% of the national GDP, definitely we need to have a lot of industrial transformation in the country. And for Kenya to achieve that transformation in industry, definitely the requirement of stable and reliable electricity becomes a criteria. Now, what KETRACO is doing to support the manufacturing sector, as I said earlier, is by investing a lot in the high voltage transmission lines. So far, the government has put in $3 billion in KETRACO. We are having 25 ongoing projects. And for the next 5 years, we'll be having on board 5,000 kilometers of transmission lines. Now, by investing in high voltage lines, definitely we are going to encourage most of the cement factories. I know right now, when you go to Athi River and talk to most of the cement factories, they're smiling because they're able to work on their shift without any interruption of power. So the issue of stability is critical. When you look at investment in steel manufacturing, definitely that will have a positive impact on housing. And for the big investors to come and put in their steel manufacturing plants, they need assurance on the quality and the reliability of power. So you can clearly see the impact of KETRACO in fast-tracking the aspect of manufacturing by having a stable and reliable power. And of course, even the SMEs, as you can see the story in Gajiado, by automating some of those poultry farming, the issue of stability of power is critical. So we are looking at even the health sector, for example.
All right.
You need stability of power for most of those big investors to come and set up big hospitals because of electricity. Again, irrigation is a key component.
All right.
Once we have stability of power, let's say in the northern part of this country, we are going to encourage irrigation that is automated so that water is available in order for the food security aspect to be achieved. So you can clearly see KETRACO playing a significant role in supporting the Big Four agenda item for the president.
All right. Many thanks, Fernandez. And I'd like you to join me on our Super Bowl as we take a look at some interesting responses, really. You can be on this side, sir.
Thank you.
Well, indeed, a lot to discuss, and time has come to an end. And today we are taking a look at the power sector and how can Kenya improve when it comes to competitiveness. And this was our question, Mr. Fernandez, that do you think access to electricity can improve Kenya's economic performance? And I don't know if you have the results, Diana. I'm not sure if you have the results. Yes, we have the results there on the screen. We are seeing 89% of you are saying yes, it will definitely improve economic performance, whereas 11% of you are saying it will not. What are your quick thoughts on this, Fernandez, as we wrap up?
Well, I want to agree with the results because you can clearly see 89%. They believe that access to electricity will definitely improve economic performance. And that goes in line with the discussion points we've been having on the side of manufacturing, on the side of housing, issues around affordable energy,
yes,
on SMEs. Definitely, I want to agree with the results. And what we need to do is to invest more in these high voltage lines, and then we can improve on reliability, stability, and quality.
All right.
So the survey is basically agreeing with what we've been talking about in terms of our agenda going forward.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Many thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Keep powering Kenya.
Of course, thank you.
Well, that is a conversation that comes to an end right now on the cost of power and really looking at some of the big initiatives that are being done when it comes to delivering quality power to Kenyans